Hey guys, just thought I'd say hi since it's weird to have you like stare at my chest for the whole time. But unfortunately, this is the best I can do until I get back to Milan. So actually I want to shuffle a little bit and talk about last week's energy and the energy that came up this week, or that's expected for this week. First, last week was crazy, right? Like the weather here kind of described how it was. It was like super sunny, but then there would be a giant moody black cloud in the middle of the sky. So it was never like bad weather, never great weather, and yet it was both at the same time. So should have been very intense emotionally, but ultimately end out on a really positive note. So maybe like things looked a little spotty at times, but actually what came out of it was really rather pleasant. So the energy for this week is better. It's actually really nice. Now, I want to talk because we have three important inconjuncts, which is 150 degrees, and our vision has a range of 120 degrees. And so 150 is over here and over here. So those are our blind spots. And the inconjuncts, which are 150 degrees, are our blind spots as well. So it's kind of like when you go to the beach and you see the waves coming at you from the front, but sometimes they break behind you, and so it kind of takes you off guard. So we have three of those this week, which is Mars in conjunct Pluto today, Monday. And then later on in the week, we also have Sun and Venus, which in conjunct Saturn, okay? So just remember there's those three inconjuncts. Doesn't necessarily mean they're bad, like bad things coming at you. It's just things that perhaps you didn't see. Mars and Pluto, they don't really play nice together. So there may be some sort of power play at work or power play on something, or maybe kind of like harsh control issues that you didn't expect. But it's just a day. So, don't get lost in it. Uranus is stationing now, and then Jupiter stations on Thursday because he's going to go direct on the 11th. Sun and Venus trine Jupiter this week, which are both very, very nice aspects. And then, so it's like Sun trines Jupiter and then in conjunct Saturn. Venus trines Jupiter and then in conjunct Saturn. So basically what that is like, excuse me, Sun and Venus trining Jupiter is going to be like a moment of abundance. Like, yes, I love that so much. And then the inconjunct to Saturn will be, but hold on, can we make it work in that? So there's going to be some about your enthusiastic breakthrough or feelings on the 7th and the 8th. Saturn's just going to want to make sure that you're remembering to lock the doors on your fabulous ideas. So there may be some of that like alternating thing, but I think about it as, have you ever seen like a pizza person roll out dough, or like roll out any dough? You roll it really far and then it contracts a little bit. That's so the dough doesn't get too thin and get stretched out. So those things which you may not see coming are not bad. They're there to make sure that whatever that abundance is actually going to stick in the long run. So that said, let's do the cards for the week of August 5th, or we'll do from Monday through Friday. Okay, so for Aries, please. Monday to Friday, August 5th, 2019. What energy messages for? Okay. Impartiality. So that's like very objective analysis of your options, so it's like, and that's kind of like what I was saying about the inconjunct stuff. It's like, yes, go ahead and get excited, or go ahead and be filled with whatever, but then remember that you have to still make it happen. And that's going to require objective analysis, but also decision. Okay. So can I have Aries, please. Messages for Aries the week of August 5th. Oh, goodness, from Monday to Friday. Let's see what we have. Okay, both came up in the reverse. So one is movement, which is 28. And we saw this a couple of weeks ago, you know, and it's interesting. I think this came up when Mercury was retrograde. So interesting now that it's a reverse. So this is upside down movement. And then this is spirit of place. We also got this one too. I think they came up together. So that whole situation is a little bit perhaps upside down right now, needs a second look. Let's get another card. And actually I want to clarify that, but let's start with this. So can I have cards for Aries week of August 5th, 2019, Monday to Friday? Okay, and there she is again. So, all right, so it's all good. There's just a double check. And now, so it's like now that Mercury has gone direct, whatever came up over here, and I want to let's look at the protection messages here, before I misspeak. But something is coming back for re-review. Okay. So that it can ultimately be dealt with. So, okay. Interesting. Don't get entangled in details or desires that obscure the truth of your situation. Step back and ask yourself, what is the real nature of my inquiry? Even exquisitely seductive hidden agendas cannot conceal this. Trust your intuition, the spirit of place. And that's interesting because we were talking about that as blind spots. So, so this is going to be a week to like kind of trust what you know. You hold the power to tell the truth, first to yourself, then to the world. You can always distinguish between an essence that is true and one that is synthetic. Be honest with yourself and remain willing to let your situation be revealed for what it really is and not what you want it to be. An apple can't become an orange, just as a dog can never be a bird. Are you trying to change someone or something to suit your agenda? Only when you see things as they truly are will you find the real treasure. Very interesting, especially considering this card of impartiality. So somewhere on the road to our new life, it looks like there's something that we may have gotten a little bit excited. We're not seeing one piece clearly, and it needs to be revealed in order for us to be able to actually move forward. So now let's look at this 28 here. Sorry. Do you feel as if you're walking in circles, seemingly not getting anywhere? Consider the spiral that travels up and around. 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. Even backward movement helps you progress and reach your goal. Okay, so that's like, don't get discouraged. You may need to revisit some of the places where you forgot to look for treasure. Another message is this: lessons need repeating for those who refuse, and don't I know that, or are unable to learn the first time. Consider this another invitation to mastery. Okay, so right. So life is either, what do they say? A thing or a lesson. So something needs to be revised, clearly. Something needs to be looked at in a more objective and less emotional way. And that actually makes perfect sense, because if you think about this Mercury going through Cancer, and especially all that sort of like high drama energy last week with the Leo also, that's not helping. But the emotional nature of our communication thus far perhaps has made it not as objective as we would like. You know, this is very Libra energy. So the ability to think clearly, the ability to balance things, whereas the Mercury and Cancer energy is kind of like, it feels its way through things, but it doesn't always see the truth, you know? So this is really a week about seeing the truth in everything that's around you, in whatever it is, whatever step that is coming up that's part of your new life. Now, this continues to be upright. This didn't turn around. So this is all very useful and fruitful for whatever coming out of your shell is happening right now. Just need to go back and revise with objective eyes the things that have happened over the course of this Mercury retrograde. That's what, let's get 3 more cards here. Way easy. Can I have 3 cards, please, for Aries August 5th, today, Monday, August 5th through Friday. Can I get, okay. Oh, interesting. Life experience. This is the 16. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change, time to spread your wings, which is crazy because that was literally the title of the first half of August reading about spreading your wings. And here she is doing that also. So there's still some piece of information that needs to come out. And I assume that it'll happen with these inconjuncts. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going. 2 more cards, please, for Aries. The 5th. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. So 2 major arcanas in a row. Time of positive change. Situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Archangel Michael. And these are both, I don't want to say good angels, not like they're bad angels, but these are both the healing ones. So let's get another one. One more card, please, for Aries, week of August 5th, Monday to Friday. King of Pentacles. Didn't he come up last week also? Okay. Successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. So the energy is still very good. Like I said, I always get confused because even though I know the numbers, I think this is the Tower. Hold on. Let me go through here properly. You know when you see things out of context? Right. So that's the Wheel of Fortune. As I said, I think this one may be the Tower. And you're all sitting at home saying, of course it is. Why don't you know that? Did I take the Tower out of my deck? Yeah. Okay. So that's the Tower. So, so it could be, that's right. Also, because the Uranus is going to go. So with that Jupiter direct and the Uranus going retro, things may feel a little bit shaky. However, really all the cards are excellent, right? Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles, new life. There's some information that you still need to get. There may be something about your situation that you're not seeing clearly. And this could be that Mars-Pluto in conjunct, that there's some sort of like play, some sort of information or something gets revealed that's hanging out in your blind spot right now that will make the truth, the whole truth come out, right? So it's not, which is helpful because that means it's not just like a pipe dream anymore. Once you get all the information, all the cards on the table, then you know how to respond properly. So it feels like whatever piece has been missing will be revealed through these last phases of Mercury, which goes into Leo on the 11th, same day that Jupiter goes forward. Next day, Uranus goes retro. So there's a lot of big movement. Those are big planets to be moving all at the same time. I want to clarify the Tower card. But it says a powerful revelation. Hang on. Okay, so that was what just came out. But I hadn't asked. But I'll leave it there because it's still good. So powerful revelation, time to spread your wings, right? So we're going to leave that there. So it doesn't necessarily mean, as I said with the inconjuncts, doesn't mean that the Tower moment is crap. Could just be unexpected. Let's get the rest. Can I have a card, please, to clarify this life experience card? What else can you tell me about this life experience card, please? Okay. That it's something you're not seeing. And that's what comes out here too. So it's like, it's either something that you're all up in your head about. So it's self-made Tower moment. Or it's something that you're choosing, because remember, she can unblindfold herself rather easily. You're choosing not to see. But whatever it is, this doesn't look like it's going to come necessarily from the outside so much as you finally deciding to take your blinders off. to a situation. So, and since this one says to keep trusting the intuition, you kind of already know whatever it is. And it's just a matter of taking the blindfolds off and being willing to look at the situation that's going on. And you see how she's got her foot dipped in the water too, like this one. It's like and we've been talking again and again about how there's two forms of every energy. So it's like you can feel like you're trapped in this path here, or you can be nourishing it. So whatever, like that situation of water can be a situation of fear, or it can be a situation of abundance. And it's really up to you to kind of, it's like all she would have to do is take those blinders off and knock down those swords. So it's not an impossible situation, and it's not like, it's manageable. It's manageable. It's doable. And the beauty of it is, and this is an 8 and this is a 16. So that's quite interesting. And we've been seeing that doubling on the cards again and again. This is something that you can do something about. So usually tower moments like come out of nowhere. This tower moment's actually you bring down the tower, right? It doesn't happen to you. It's you that brings down the tower. By making a big change, by deciding to see the truth about a situation. And again, this could be positive. It's like, it could be that you're madly in love with somebody and you've been refusing to admit it for a very long time, and it's time to finally just admit that. Or you've been in a job that you don't like and you feel really balanced, like something has been keeping you in a state of self-contained anxiety. And by choosing to free yourself from it, to take the blinders off and say, okay, I'm going to admit the truth about this situation, and I'm going to move. Things are going to shift, and I'm going to shift out of that into my into my Midas touch. But it's you who holds the power here. That's been it's you that holds the power to make your wishes come true. So it's time to admit something that you already know, that you're choosing to allow to keep you stuck, because the wheel is right here in the center. And as soon as you can look at things objectively, remember I said about this, it's like looking at things objectively, but also making a choice. As soon as you make that choice, the wheel of fortune turns, okay? And turns into this, because this is the last card here on the way out. So don't be afraid of this tower, because it's yours, right? Sometimes you got to knock shit down to build up something better. Whatever, it could be a prison, and you bring down the prison so that you can build your castle. All right, let's get whatever it is. My star card's still here, so very positive overall. Let's get a card from the spirit. What are these animals? The spirit animals. Okay, can we have one card, please, for Aries? Okay. Porcupine spirit, time for beginner mind. Okay, and I think we saw this a couple of weeks ago. The hippie porcupines. It's a 12. That's a 12. We got the 12s a lot last week too. Let's 48. Okay. When porcupine spirit calls your name, you are being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old confining stories, no longer have a hold on you. Life is full of surprises hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you have been seeking, whether it is a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence that you have all you need right now to co-create what you desire. Who knew? Porcupine asks you to be playful and have a childlike curiosity. There's so much waiting for you that you have yet to discover. Okay, so these are great, right? It's literally just a matter of us bringing the house down so that we can go after our wishes and dreams. I mean, ultimately, that's what we're looking at here. All right, cool. So I'm going to stop there. I will see you again, hopefully for the next weekly on Saturday. Be very well.